Today, I want to talk about risk reward, talking about kind of what you should be looking for, why, how you can find that risk, how you can find that reward by looking at the chart. And I got a pretty good example to show you, something to talk about, and that's why I'm making this video today, to talk about the risk reward, to talk about this day trading risk reward, how to find it, how to look for it, and all that fun stuff in this video, so stay tuned. So before I go any further, I know the first comment's going to be for some smart ass who's going to be like, yeah, but you don't even trade with risk reward. You don't even trade with this actual idea. Well, it's something that I'm working on. It's something I'm always thinking about. I understand the idea of risk reward, but sometimes the emotions just get to you. And GBR was a pretty good example of that. I did not trade GBR until the end of the day here. You can see my entries, my exits. Ended up making $58 here on GBR, but that's not really what this is about. This is more so about the entry, the exit, and why I was looking for some solid risk reward. I was talking about how this VWAP area was very important for GBR to hold, how the next support would be the $9 area. So you can clearly see, okay, we bounced right here off the VWAP area, a little bit lower than that, but that VWAP area was basically what we were kind of bouncing at right there for about an hour almost, holding that VWAP there. So what happens is you have all of these shorts, the people that are short, people that are selling, all these people right here, they are basically looking for that VWAP to crack. If the VWAP doesn't crack, what are they going to do? They're going to end up covering. And what happens? So you get boom, 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 3 tests right there of that VWAP area, and then guess what happens? You get people covering, and then you get this move higher. So then again, the shorts pile in there. And what happens? The shorts want this VWAP to crack. They try. It's having some problems right there, and then it pulls down here to the $9 area. Now, why does that $9 area matter? So you have these two big spikes. You got the consolidation, but people were buying, there at the $9 area. We had that little pullback there to $8.50, but overall, there was a lot of buying going on here at the $9 area. So that's basically saying that buyers are willing to step in there at $9 and hold the stock up. So you can clearly see here on the 5-minute chart, boom, 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 $9 area holding up there. You got all the stuff kind of lining up. We had this one pullback, but look how fast this pushed back up there. You can see that wick there from 843 pushing right back up there to that $9 area, and then holding, and then making the move higher. Once this started to pull back, again, stocks move in waves. So clearly you can see the waves here. You get this big wave up. All right, we're consolidating, wave up again, a little consolidation, and then boom, big wave. But you can also see a lot of times when these stocks do move fast, when they move up fast, they come down in that same kind of idea. Everybody who's buying, they're looking to take profit, and boom, they're taking profit. So once that trend broke down there, you can see that clear trend here. Once this trend right here breaks down, what happens? Boom, we get the sell-off, and everybody's trying to get out fast because they're trying to take profit. And you get people who chased it who are also trying to jump out. The same idea. They're looking for this $12 area kind of to be support right there. You can see kind of $11.75. People who are buying on this consolidation, they're hoping this is going to hold. Well, it doesn't hold, and they all get out quickly, and that's why it crashed so rapidly. So looking at the chart, obviously, hindsight's 20/20. But if you go back and you watch my video from the other day, I talked about it was holding the VWAP. You had the shorts that are going to be trying to get out of it. If it keeps holding VWAP, the stock is crazy. It's all over the place. So once it's holding the VWAP, what do we get? We get a little bit of short squeeze. We bounced off the $9 area. And you might ask me, Patrick, why didn't you buy there at the $9 area? Clearly, you would have had a beautiful move up there to $10.50. Now, one of the reasons I didn't buy right there at the $9 area was because we are below the VWAP. We are below the EMAs. And also, I don't really have a clear, defined risk. I don't really know. Maybe $8.50 is going to be my support from there. But still, that's a 50-cent drop. And if I'm buying here at 9 and the EMAs are there at 9.40, 9.50 area right there, I'm basically, it's a 1-to-1. So I got a 50-cent drop and a chance of a 50-cent upside. So it's just not a very good risk reward there. And the chance of this going lower is probably much better than it going higher at this point. The stock was up over 200%. So it just makes sense that there's going to be more downside chance than the upside chance after we've already had all of this action earlier in the day. And a lot of times, like I always say, by the end of the day, a lot of the traders who are good, a lot of the traders who are buying with larger size, a lot of those traders are going to be done by the end of the day because they made all their money. So now, all right, we're at $9. What do we get there? We get a bounce. We get back above the EMAs, back above the VWAP. Okay, that's awesome. But the thing is, I don't want to go and just chase this and buy right here. Yeah, it jumped back over the VWAP there, but still, I'm just not confident yet because there's a chance that we might get stuck there and we might get stuck here at the $10 area. It did spike. There was a bit of a spread, but still, I wasn't going to chase it because I really wanted that pullback. I was okay with entering once this broke above the VWAP and showed strength because we got the balance off that $9 support we talked about earlier. The $9 support bounced the stock. It got back above the VWAP. It's a very strong indicator. Okay, that's pretty good. We had previous support there. Now we're reclaiming those support areas, the VWAP, the EMAs, and we're making that move higher. We had that previous resistance there at the $10 area as well. We got a spike all the way from $9.30 above $10. A little bit of a pullback, but just not enough. It pulled back there to $9.90 and then spiked all the way up there to $10.59. Now, I would have been okay, like I said, buying here off the VWAP, buying off the EMAs, boom, 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 and that's exactly what I did. I jumped in here at $9.71. Now, I only jumped in with small size because, like I said, it was the end of the day, and I really just did not want to end up having a red day for trying to do something stupid, trading in the last 30 minutes of the day. So I was like, I'll jump in with 150 shares, and best case scenario, I make $150 because this could possibly go up $1 from where it is. So if I'm buying at $9.70, there's a chance we might get a spike up here to this 1080 area because we had this little spike here, 1059. I'm thinking, okay, boom, boom, boom. We can hold here, and then maybe we can trend higher. So we can trend like this and then get up into this area, and then I'll make a full $1 a share there, which would have been a nice little risk reward. And that's kind of my risk reward there because you can see where would my stop have been from that 970 area. Basically right below the VWAP there, which was about 10 cents, maybe about 10 cents lower at that time. So I was risking 10 cents here at the 971 at the VWAP, this area support there. I'm risking 10 cents for a possible full $1. Now, people might say, yeah, you're not probably going to get $1 there. You might only get 40, 50 cents. Well, I got from 970 up here to 1010. So I got the 40 cents. Almost top ticked it. This top of this candle was 1016. I took profit there at 1010. And the reason I took profit there was if you're looking at the level 2 at the time, you're looking at the time of sales, you would have seen that it just was not moving. If this was really a strong move, if this really wanted to bounce back and it wanted to go higher, I think it would have just clearly started to make a move at that point because the shorts would have started getting squeezed. The shorts who shorted in this area here were like, hey, I'm out of this. I do not want to hold this overnight. This thing might go crazy and squeeze on me. But instead, you can see kind of this overall downward trend held up here. And that was kind of what we were looking to break out of. A stronger break above this trend line there. So that's kind of what I was looking for. And you can see there's a lot of lines on there right now. But overall, this downward trend held and it ended up going lower. It went down here to 825. Right as this broke below the VWAP, what happens? Boom, boom, boom. Actually, it broke below the VWAP down there to 952, but still, that was kind of my stop loss area. Taking 10-cent risk for a possible 50, 60, 70 cent reward is never a bad trade. Yes, it was smaller size. Yes, it was a really crazy stock. Blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of variables going on there, but there's always opportunities. There's opportunities everywhere. Sometimes people have problems trading these crazy moves right there at open, but you can see, even after open, we got that move here from 584 up there to 836, and then all the way up here to $10. You got that big, massive move there. We got the consolidation from 9, and then got that move to 1250. So there was still plenty of action to be had there. This was the much safer entry here. This consolidation here was the much safer entry risk-reward wise. If I'm entering there at the $9 area, where is my support? Well, clearly I got the EMAs, I got the VWAP, I got the 20, the 5 EMA, all this stuff lined up there. And if I'm buying in this area right here and this thing just starts to crash, well, I'm probably not going to have much support because it's going to just be a total washout because everyone's going to be getting scared. It's right there at open, and it already ran up over, what, $3 or $2 right there. So There's a lot of action there at open, so the risk reward isn't always the best right there at open. The best risk reward is really trying to find that area of support, seeing where the stock has bounced before, seeing where people were buying, where was the previous consolidation, and then can I jump in there and protect myself. Remember, day trading is not really about making money. Day trading really is about protecting the money that you already have and then using that money every day to make more money. But the problem is, if you go and you lose all your money, it's going to be much harder to rebuild and get back to that point. It's really what it comes down to. It's about maintaining. It's about staying alive. The longer you can stay alive day trading, the better your chances are that you're going to make money. The worst thing that you could do is go and blow up your account in the first, 2 or 3 months of day trading, because after that, it's really hard to get back, to get confidence back. So I tell people, really, when you first start to day trade, learn your risk reward, but also just focus on not losing money. That's the best advice I could really give anybody out there. And that's not coming from an expert. That's coming from somebody who's been day trading for the last 2 years. That's coming from somebody who has lost money. And I can tell you, the best thing you can do is just to focus on not losing money. Because if you cannot lose money in this game, you'll be able to make money, if that makes sense. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow, maybe when you first start out, you're making very small amounts of money. But as long as you're not losing money, those small profits, that experience will add up over time. And you will learn how to make money day trading. There it is. A little bit of inspiration, a little bit of R&R risk reward here today. GBR, it's all over the place.